Look at this. This is way much better than the store-bought Greek yogurt. A very simple recipe. So watch with me and I'm sharing you step by step on how you can also make yourself a homemade Greek yogurt. For this recipe, I use 1.5 liters of milk. You warm it almost to boiling point, around 85 to 90 degrees Celsius. And at this level, you need to cool it down so you can do the water bath. You cool your milk because you need to bring down the temperature to 40 to 46 degrees Celsius. Do not worry if you don't have thermometer. Here is some trick that you can also use to check the temperature. Dip your finger, make sure it is clean so that you don't reintroduce bacteria in your milk. If you can hold your finger inside the milk for 10 seconds, it's good. It's a good temperature. Another trick is the way we check the feeding bottle of a baby. Yeah, if you're checking if the milk is warm enough to feed a baby, yeah, you can also use this way to check if the temperature is perfect. So this is perfect. Now we can go ahead with our recipe. For our culture, we will use this oat yogurt from our previous batch. Told you once you make yogurt, you will have a never-ending supply of yogurt in your house. So yeah, this is what was remaining from our previous batch. It's around 3 tablespoons to 4, and we'll add our warm milk and stir and mix it well. Another thing, and this is very important, if your oat yogurt is from the fridge, remove it from the fridge and give it time to be warm, at least the level of room temperature, before you add it to your milk. Too much cold or too much heat can stop the fermentation by killing the bacteria. Yeah, so take note of that. After mixing, you continue with your mixing until it's well mixed. Thank you that you're following up this recipe, and if you have watched to this point, I know this interests you, so consider subscribing and join this family. Thank you. I covered it with a cling, and it's for one reason, because my cover, the cover of this pot has a hole, and we do not want any air going out. So you seal it well, just to ensure it is tightly closed and to retain the temperature inside. After that, you can use blanket, towel, sheets to cover it, to cover your pot or your container. Ensure it's well covered. Then after this, you set it in a place that it will not be disturbed. So this was after 9 hours. You can give it at least 8 hours. And here is our result. It was perfectly fermented. So at this point, this is the yogurt, the natural yogurt, normal yogurt. So when it's well whisked, you can maybe add your flavor if you want to sweeten it at this point, if you just want to have it as a normal yogurt. But for us, the process is still continuing because we want to make Greek yogurt. And here's the deal. You need to shave it through either a cheesecloth. I didn't have a cheesecloth, so I used these bags. They are also good. I bought it from a store, and you add your yogurt there. ensure that how you have set the container, that you give it the allowance to drip all the way down there to the container that is below. Now it's good. At this point, you can take it to the fridge for two reasons. One, it is to stop the fermentation because you don't want your yogurt to be so tangy. And another thing, it is to allow the whey to drain out of the yogurt so that we can have our Greek yogurt. So this was after 8 hours in the fridge. Here it's our Greek yogurt, super thick, because the more the hours in the fridge, the more thicker it will be. Mix, mix, mix to attain your desired consistency. If it's too thick, you can still adjust by adding the way that we had shifted. And do not discard your way. Is it way or where? I hope it's pronounced, I'm pronouncing it right. Whey. Yeah, it's very nutritious. It's loaded with great nutrients. So it's good. You can use it for your baking, your cooking, tenderizing your meat. Yeah. And also, if you want to adjust the thickness of your Greek yogurt, yeah, you can add some whey to it and mix well. This way it's very nutritious. So if you're not using it in your kitchen, another way of using it is to feed to your pets. Like if you have a cat or a dog, you can feed them this way. It's very nutritious for them. So yeah, our Greek yogurt, it's ready and the results were perfect. So go and try it out and come back and give us the feedback. How was your result? Thank you so much for joining us and watching, and I hope to see you in our next video. So subscribe. Thank you so much. Bye.